Dear Rabbi Fandel, I will call you now I'm telling you a secret. Naftali Bennett and I call you the turbo, because Rabbi Fandel is always doing something, always running, always teaching, always thinking, and really it's a very honor for me to be here, and I'm very glad that you invite me. Dear Russell, you're a great friend of Israel, great friend of the Negev. Actually, I was in the JNF conference a few months ago, and I was amazed by the great project that you are doing all over Israel, and in specific in the Negev and in Sderot. And really thank you in the name of the Israeli government, for all the great things that you are doing. Esteemed dinner owners, ladies and gentlemen, American friends of Sderot, it is a great pleasure for me to be here. It is fitting that we are holding this dinner right after Israeli Independence Day, and the residents of Sderot share much in common with the original Israelis. When the Jews of the first Aliyah arrived to the region, by the way, my family is from the first Aliyah, they did not discover beautiful vineyards, but a largely barren land. Furthermore, our enemies look every measure to hinder the progress of this great Jewish project. Only through resolve and faith did those new immigrants prevail to build the Israel that we know today. Similarly, Sderot represents the Jewish determination to not just survive, but to succeed. Like the pioneers, the city has been confronted by enemies wishing to destroy it. For too many years, Gazan rockets have forced the city's inhabitants to always be aware of the nearest shelter, even as they engaged in the simplest of tasks. The rockets damage houses, factories, and most of all, afflicts physical and emotional harm on the brave men, women, and children who call Sderot home. Despite all this, the inhabitants of the city remain resilient, despite the terrorist threats, despite rockets and sirens, despite memories of early morning sprints down the stairs outside of the bedrooms and into shelters. The people remain strong. Like the original Israelis, they refuse to give in to the forces that oppose them. The perfect symbol for Zionists as we confront international pressure to forfeit our dream of being a free people in our land. If we ever feel despair, let this town serve as a role model. Just as the residents of Sderot continue to build their city, so must we continue to build our state. Just as no rockets will ever destroy Sderot, no UN resolution will ever destroy Israel. In addition to acting as a symbol of our country, Sderot's resolve in the face of terrorism challenges the methods of those who attack it. It announces to the terrorist group in Gaza that their violent means will achieve nothing. No amount of rockets will ever fix Gaza's political unrest and failing economy. And as members of Hamas search for achievements, they must look over the fence and see Sderot still there. A proud Jewish city, unmoved by the terrorist attempt to frighten it. Symbols such as Sderot are as important as a powerful military for making our enemies understand that their efforts to chase Jews from our land are in vain. I can tell you that my husband is an F-16 pilot, and I remember that in protective age, he told me that when I fly above Sderot, I understand why we are doing that. So it's a really amazing city with amazing power. And considering the character of the city, it is unsurprising to find such a wonderful institution at its heart. Every time I have been lucky enough to visit the yeshiva, I am struck by the integral role it plays in the community. Our sages teach, he whose actions exceed his wisdom is like a tree with a few branches but many roots. The winds of the world may blow at it, but they will not steer it from its place. In this spirit, Rabbi Fandel has created a yeshiva that is much more than just a study hall. The building itself serves as a refuge for the city's inhabitants and for the many volunteers who come to support Sderot. The yeshiva hosts ongoing programs that help everyone, regardless of their level of religious observance or age. The children of Sderot find big brothers to lean on, and the elderly find a place to gather to enrich students who share meals and learning. The students also play a vital role in the life of the city. They assist the needy during emergencies and boost the city's morale. I think we saw it in the video. They come from around Israel to make their home in Sderot, and the yeshiva encourages them to stay, even helping them to study in college while there. This provides the city with new residents and improves its socio-economic status. I am also happy to hear that Rabbi Fandel is opening up a program for young women as well, which will only bring more talented studies to the city and more weddings and more children, and it's a great thing to do. I have had the honor of knowing Rabbi Fandel for many years and can say that he is the embodiment of the commandment to love your neighbors as yourself. By no doubt, Sderot is richer and more full of love for the hard work of the yeshiva. The roots planted by Sderot as their institution provide necessary support from the entire city and should inspire not only other religious establishments, but every Zionist who desire to see Sderot prosper. I am grateful to be a member of the government that's fight to protect the cities of the South against all threat orienting from Gaza, both from the rockets shooting above ground and from the tunnel snaking below. We will always be an unwavering voice for those who represent the best of Israel. We have done and will continue to do all we can do to deliver the resources necessary to help the city. My friends, everyone in this room should be proud to be involved in such a Zionist project. Dedicating our efforts to the city of Sderot strengthens the state of Israel and the Jewish people. But while we provide support, let us not take for granted the shining example set by the city, its populace, and the yeshiva. Let Sderot's resilience remain for us a beacon, a city on a hill, leading the message that no act and no threat will ever dissuade Jews from building our eternal home. And few words in Hebrew, הרוצה להחכים ידרים, וכי משדרות תצא תורה. תודה רבה.